What is up, everyone? James Baek here, and today we have a new episode of VGC 17 back-to-back battles. And let me just say, our team, I am calling it officially Bewear the Storm. So we have a Pelipper, Golduck, Garchomp, Vigavolt, Bewear, and Trevenant. I really wanted to show off Bewear. It's like one of my favorite Pokemon that was just released in Gen 7, just by the way it looks, not by its usage, but by its looks. But let's see, our opponent's team is going to be the Salamence, the Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Tapu Koko, Muck, and Porygon 2. So this is going to be, I guess it's going to be a pretty hard match. The reason I'm going to say it's going to be a pretty hard match is because of the synergy with Muck. Muck is something I don't like against my team. Also, Porygon 2 is a bit annoying for this team as well. But Tapu Koko I can definitely see being brought here. Tapu Fini is something I could be seeing. Don't know. We'll probably not see the Salamence. Salamence doesn't really do well against my opponent's team. I mean my team, and I probably won't see Arcanine. So we're probably going to see Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko, Muck, and the Porygon 2. So how do I want to bring... What do I want to do against this? I guess I could just lead Rain because it's a pretty solid mode in general. And I guess I'll bring Bewear in the back, but the question is, what do I want to bring? Let's go Trevenant. Since Trevenant can take Tapu Fini and Tapu Koko on with its pretty decent bulk, and I can reset Trick Room if necessary. I'm really not expecting Salamence or Arcanine to hit the field. I don't really rely on physical attack other than my Bewear. Well, I guess Trevenant too, but we'll see how this goes. So the reason I chose Bewear, its ability Fluffy gives it a 1.5 defense boost, but it's weak to fire. So Rain is the perfect solution to that fire weakness, and also the fact its base HP is 120. That's pretty good. Its base defenses though are 60 each, but if we add Fluffy into the counter, that's like you get a boost. And with Assault Vest, you also get a boost in special defense, and it becomes a pretty tanky monster. So we're gonna see the Tapu Fini and the Porygon 2 lead. This is pretty fine because I think I can just go for the Hydro Vortex into the Porygon 2 and a Scald. Scald does more than Hurricane in the Rain, I believe, if I'm correct. Because it's a 120 base power, then Stab, Rain. Yeah. So I'm going to Scald and Hydro Vortex. Oh, but we're not the Superpower Hydro Vortex. We're like Scald. Because I don't like relying on Hydro Pump. So we're going to see how bulky this Porygon 2 is, but if we can weaken it to put it in the range of Hammer Arm for my Bewear, that's pretty good in my eyes anyway. So I'll risk this Z move because I don't really need it for much on my opponent's team other than maybe Tapu Koko. But if my opponent says a Trick Room, Tapu Koko is not exactly a Pokemon I want to come in. So I'm completely fine with this scenario. I'm going to go for the Hydro Vortex. We might see Trick Room, we might see a Calm Mind, which would be a bit unfortunate. But yeah, that Hydro Vortex does only about half. As we're going to get the Scald off, weaken it, and we're just going to see the Moonblast actually, and that's going to target down my Pelipper. So breaking my Focus Sash, which is fine by me, and we are going to see the Trick Room. Okay. I get a pretty free switch to Trevenant here though, and I could always just protect one of my Pokemon, but the question is, what do I want to switch into Trevenant? Porygon 2 has a pretty safe recover here. I think that's his best bet. I'm going to switch into Trevenant for my Pelipper, and since Golduck can take a hit, maybe I Encore the Porygon 2? Because I could Encore it into Recover. Yeah, that doesn't really help me because it then switches out next turn. Although, if I'm predicting maybe a Moonblast into Pelipper, we could also see a Calm Mind from Fini, but I don't really mind it going for the Calm Mind here. I'm just going to Encore the Porygon 2 and switch out into my Trevenant. I think that's the safest play no matter what. I kind of want to force this Fini out if I can. Yeah, he's just going to go for the Recover. It's a very safe play. We might see a Calm Mind here as well, but I kind of doubt it. A Moonblast into the Pelipper slot's pretty safe. We're going to see the Moonblast maybe into the Golduck. Yeah, but it's going to be into Pelipper, which makes sense. As we are going to Encore this Porygon, which is perfect. Because now that Porygon's forced to keep recovering, so most likely I have to switch out. Yes, I did waste my Z move, and it would probably have been better to go for the Scald. But I'm content with this because, again, chip damage is all I need on Porygon 2 if it wants to switch out because I get that Bewear in. So I'll go for the Horn Leech into Tapu Fini and the Scald into Tapu Fini. I don't think that specs damage. I could also Scald the Porygon 2 in case Muck wants to come in on that slot. Tapu Fini could also switch out to Muck, but Scald is pretty safe onto the Porygon 2. I also make sure I guarantee the damage for it to be knocked out by Superpower for my Bewear. And we're going to see the Tapu Fini withdraw, which is fine. Muck is probably coming in. Yep. So Muck is going to come in. We're going to get this Scald off. And yeah, he's just going to keep recovering. That's fine. I get chip damage on the Muck, which is pretty nice for me in general. I would have liked to keep the Hydro Vortex still for the Muck, so maybe I should consider that first turn. Yeah, that Horn Leech actually does a bit more than I expected, to be honest. Okay, and we get the Scald off, so we'll guarantee put this thing in the range that I need it to be. No burn because of the terrain up. We could see a withdrawal from Porygon 2. Let's see, how many turns are left of Trick Room? 2 more turns of Trick Room. I could have reversed Trick Room there. I think that would have been the better play into and just scalded, but I think I'm content with my position here because Muck can't knock out my Golduck. It can knock out my Fini, however. I mean my Trevenant. So I kind of want to just protect Trevenant and get a Scald off onto the Muck. I could Encore him into knockoff and then switch into my Bewear, but yeah, I kind of assumed Porygon 2 might want to switch out into Fini again. But if we can waste this terrain, I could get a Will-O-Wisp off onto the Muck, and that would be pretty good. So I will protect my Trevenant here. As we're going to see the knockoff, and it will target down the Trevenant slot. That's perfect. We get a free Scald off, basically, and how much is this going to do? That's a pretty good amount, actually. That's a really good amount. As it's going to restore its health if it's Figgy Berry. Misty Terrain's activated for one more turn. We'll probably see a knockoff into that slot and probably a Moonblast, to be honest. Do I want to sack my Rain mode? That's the question. I could go into my Rain mode right here. Go into Muck. That seems like a play I could make. I mean, into Bewear because of the knockoff. Or I could sack Pelipper. I kind of like sacking Pelipper more because I don't need the rain for much. And I'll just Scald the Muck. Because I'd rather sack Pelipper and get a free switch into my Trevenant again and put this Muck in the range of another Scald. So I feel like I like that play better. As we're going to see the knockoff and it will target down that Pelipper, which will be able to pick up the knockout, which is completely fine by me. Vikavolt would have actually been better in this matchup now that I'm looking at this of how my opponent played. Moonblast is going to come out into my Golduck. No special attack drop, very fortunate, and the bulk I have of my Golduck allows me to survive. Nice. And the mist is going to disappear from the battlefield. As well as the rain and the other stuff. But again, the position that I want is get rid of this Muck and try to sweep with my Bewear. Because I'm expecting the last Pokemon to be Tapu Koko. I will just double up into Muck, I think. Yeah, I'll just Horn Leech Scald that slot. Muck might protect here, that is a play, but I don't think you want to risk damage on the Fini either. We could see like an attempt to go into Porygon 2, switch out Muck and protect, then switch out Muck the following turn, try to get Trick Room up. That's definitely a possibility. We're going to see Muck withdraw, which is fine. I get free damage, basically. Porygon 2 is going to come out. Is Fini going to protect or just stay in? I don't mind either, to be honest, as Download is going to get an attack rise. Okay, it doesn't protect with Fini. I would have liked the free attack. We're going to get the Scald off. Good damage, no burn. Moonblast is going to come out. Hopefully, Golduck does live. It looks like a roll. Yeah, nice. And we get the Horn Leech off, and this will target down the Porygon 2. And nice, we did weaken it. I really need to weaken down this Fini, though. So I'm going to Horn Leech. And I think I'll just Scald the Porygon. I want to Scald the Fini predicting the Muck, and I think I am going to go for that play, to be honest. Maybe my opponent's afraid of the double up into Porygon 2. That's also potential. But to be honest, I think if you're my opponent, you stay in. But I don't need to knock out Porygon 2 right here. Because I need to weaken Fini for my Bewear to do its work. And if he gets Trick Room up, I can always just start Hammer Arming. And then The Muck is in Hammer Arm range, which is perfect for me. That's exactly what I want it to be. The only problem is Tapu Koko is going to be annoying. I have to get rid of that Muck. If I get rid of Muck, I feel like I win the game with my Trevenant. So, no Protect's coming out. We're going to get the Scald off onto Feeny. I wonder if we're going to see a Protect from that. I mean, a Recover from that Porygon. Moonblast is going to come out and finally finish off my Golduck. We might see an Ice Beam. We might see Toxic or Recover. Or we might see Trick Room here. I don't know. Trevenant is decently fast. So we get that nice recovery from that Horn Leech. Okay. And it's just going to be recovered. That's fine. I don't remember how fast though. I'm not sure if that's Hammer Arm range. Okay, leftovers Feeny, so it's not Specs, but I kind of confirmed it wasn't Specs earlier. Go out into my Bewear, and I think I will try to set up my Trick Room. Alright, it's in. It's in. The Bewear. Beware of this thing. Okay, how fast is Trevenant? I need to actually see my stats. 101 speed. Wait, I have 101 speed? That doesn't seem right. Well, if I get Trick Room up, I outspeed anyway. Gonna go for my Trick Room here. Gonna go for the Hammer Arm here. One Moonblast will definitely not knock out Bewear because of my Assault Vest, and this thing's pretty bulky. So we're gonna see the Moonblast come out. I'm hoping Hammer Arm's able to knock out Porygon 2. That's the ideal situation. Oh, that's bulk. That's beautiful. Hammer Arm's gonna come out, do about 50% to the Porygon 2, which is kind of what I expect. I'm not max attack. Ice Beam's gonna come out. Ooh, I actually love this position that I'm in. As long as he doesn't freeze me. Gets a crit, but we do get to Trick Room up. And that's exactly what I wanted. So now we have our Trick Room, and the Bewear is in, and it's ready to go for Hammer Arm and destroy my opponent's team, along with Trevenant, of course. Go for the Horn Leech into Feeny, and we can get a free Hammer Arm onto the Porygon 2 slot that can't protect. As long as we don't miss, we do extremely well and win the game. I would click return, but I'm not max happiness. I think I'm like close to max happiness, but I don't know my exact happiness. Wait. How are you still slower than my Bewear? Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. The crit mattered. Okay, now the crit mattered. Now the crit mattered. Come on! Bewear was about to showcase. Okay, if that crit didn't happen and I was able to hit my Hammer Arm, here's what would have happened. Basically, what would happen is Hammer Arm knocks out the Porygon 2. My opponent's forced to bring in Muck. I'm -2 speed, so I guarantee underspeed that Muck. Get another Hammer Arm, knocks out that Muck. Get the Horn Leech off, knocks out that Feeny. My opponent doesn't exactly have a switch in, unless my opponent did bring Arcanine, but I highly doubt it against the Rain team. Very unfortunate. I'm really banging that last Pokemon was Tapu Koko too, since my opponent wasn't setting up Trick Room or anything in the later part of the game. That's Pokemon though. And I definitely could have went for Superpower. I also probably miscounted. I'm actually really surprised at this Bewear. I didn't realize how fast I made this Bewear. I could have sworn. I could have sworn I made it. Wait, did I make it outspeed Tapu Koko under Tailwind? I actually don't know. I gotta double check. I gotta double check my EV spread. I'm actually doubting myself. Because I remember making an EV spread on Showdown like a few nights ago for Bewear, and I'm like, this thing can do pretty well because I have multiple forms of speed control on this team. Maybe I should have chose my numbers more carefully. We're going to go against my opponent from Sicily with the team of Mimikyu, Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Pheromosa, and Garchomp. Okay, my opponent doesn't have a reliable answer to Rain unless it's Sash, Pheromosa. But this is still going to be an annoying matchup, it looks like. Trevenant can definitely take hits from my opponent's team though, which is pretty good. I actually really like Garchomp Vikavolt. I actually really love Garchomp Vikavolt. Maybe I won't even bring the rain mode, because I think my opponent is forced to prepare for that rain mode. Maybe Garchomp Vikavolt. Because I don't think my opponent will bring Arcanine. I don't think they really bring Arcanine against the rain team with Garchomp. Pheromosa is most likely coming. I'll have Trevenant and Bewear in the back. I really don't need rain in this matchup. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. I'll go Garchomp Vikavolt. And I really want to show off Bewear. I don't really need the rain mode in this game. Mimikyu could also have Trick Room, which is something that I'm kind of scared of. So let's go. Let's see how this works. Come on. I want Bewear to shine. I want Bewear to shine. It is something I want to shine. I love this Pokemon. It's freaking like a huge man teddy bear that came to life. So we got Garchomp Vikavolt here against my opponent's Garchomp Tapu Koko. This is pretty bad, isn't it? Did I run HP Ice or HP Ground? I don't even remember. Okay, so Electric Terrain is up. Not like it's going to help my Vikavolt, because Vikavolt doesn't take advantage of Electric Terrain because of its Levitate ability. Garchomp's in an awkward position because it's probably risking Speed type, or it's Garchomp. I think my safe play is to go into Trevenant right here. Oh, it looks like I'm HP Ground. I wish I was HP Ground. No, Thunderbolt would do the same. Bug Buzz. Maybe I just Thunderbolt. No, wait, no. HP Ground to Koko. Weaken the Koko so that Garchomp can take a Gleam after. I mean, I am Choice Band to Garchomp, so I can't Protect. So I'll go into Trevenant, which is a very safe play in my opinion. Koko's actually going to Protect right here. Interesting. What is the Garchomp going to go for? It's going to go for the Fire Fang and target the Vikavolt slot. That does a pretty good amount, and HP Ground is going to fail. However, I don't have to target the Garchomp with my Bewear, and once I get Trick Room up, my opponent doesn't exactly have the best ways to stop it. This lead my opponent actually led is very weak to Pelipper Golduck. I'm surprised my opponent actually led it. I'm going to Trick Room right here because Trick Room seems like the best possible answer. Gleam plus Fire Fang shouldn't be able to knock me out because of my Guava Berry. So I'll weaken this Koko from my Bewear to be able to pick up the knockout. As we are going to see the Dazzling Gleam as expected, and we should be able to activate our Guava Berry. It is Life Orb, and yep, we are going to activate our Guava Berry, so Vikavolt is putting in that work, able to heal back. I wish this was HP Ice, I really do. Why did I put HP Ground again? Fire Fang into the Vikavolt. Hoping it doesn't flinch here. We do get the HP Ground off, that's great. And that's almost able to knock out Tapu Koko, nice. And we get the Trick Room up, very nice. Very nice. So I have a free Will-O-Wisp into the Garchomp. The problem is my opponent could switch into Feeny here. Or if he had Arcanine, I don't think you bring Arcanine to matchup anyway. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp slot. I'm actually going to Thunderbolt the Tapu Koko slot because I would get rid of the Tapu Koko. Plus the fact that if Feeny wants to switch in, I get the Thunderbolt off into Tapu Koko. There is a chance that Garchomp could switch out into Feeny and Tapu Koko protects, but I still have the threat of Thunderbolt and Horn Leech next turn. So I don't think my opponent wants to switch out into that Feeny if he does have it. So we're going to see Koko Protect here, completely fine. As we're going to get the Will-O-Wisp off and it will connect with the Garchomp. That's great because this Garchomp is now neutered. Nice. And Thunderbolt will fail into the Protect, which is completely fine, as the Fire Fang will come out and target my Trevenant this time. And that's not going to be doing too much damage, and I really want that free switch into Bewear, which is a bit unfortunate. However, I think this is fine. We can keep our Vikavolt alive in case I need it for later in the game. I can go out into my Bewear, I think. Or I could just protect Vikavolt, because Feeny could be a problem. So I'm actually going to protect my Vikavolt, save it, and then just Horn Leech this Koko and get rid of it. My opponent doesn't exactly have the safest switch in for the Horn Leech, so I will go for this play. Yeah, but handling the Feeny is going to be my biggest concern. Because once I get rid of Feeny, I do a lot of work. So we're going to see the switch out to Mimikyu, actually. That's a very interesting switch for my opponent. I wonder if it carries Shadow Sneak. That's also a question. So we get the Protect off. We're able to Horn Leech this Mimikyu. That means his last Pokemon is probably Feeny. Disguise is going to break. And unfortunately, we're not going to heal anything. What is the Garchomp going to go for? It's going to go for the Fire Fang. And it will target the Vikavolt. Let's see. We don't have a Shadow Sneak from this range. The Trick Room, however, is ending soon. I kind of just want to double up onto the Mimikyu, to be honest. Mimikyus don't really carry Protect, and if it carries Shadow Sneak, that's fine. I get the free switch into Bewear. So I really want to get rid of this Mimikyu, because it is a big threat. It could also reverse Trick Room, which is very annoying, and also the fact that it threatens my Trevenant. Trevenant looks like the thing that will probably win the game. So nice. No Protects coming out. We are going to get the Horn Leech off. Good amount of damage. But I don't know if Thunderbolt will be able to knock out. That looks like a pretty bulky Mimikyu, and Mimikyu has pretty high special defense. So Thunderbolt's going to come out. It is Vikavolt. It is able to actually pick up the knockout. Fantastic. His Fire Fang is going to come out and target down my Vikavolt. So Vikavolt will go down. Completely fine here. I can now go... The way he's locked into Fire Fang makes me think that he is Scarf. And maybe he is Scarf. That's definitely a potential option. So I'm going to go into my Bewear right here. As Bewear will come out. As Tapu Fini does come in. So it is Tapu Fini in the back. Okay, so Fini is out. I don't think Bewear is going to be able to do much in this game, because it looks like Trevenant will be the one that will be winning the game. I'm going to Horn Leech the Fini, and I don't want Coco to get free switching, but I don't want to knock out the Garchomp. The Coco was about... What was it at? Like 25%? I think I had enough happiness to where I won't be able to do so much damage to the Garchomp, but I should be able to knock out the Coco if it decides to switch in. So we're going to Horn Leech the Fini. Nice amount of health taken. And we're able to heal back a lot of health. And we're going to return the Garchomp. And this is on purpose because I didn't want the Coco to get free switching. And I want Garchomp to stay on the field because I don't want Coco next to Fini, to be honest. It's not Scarf Garchomp. Interesting. Poison Jab's going to come out. No poison, fortunately. And Moonblast will be coming out. And will be targeting my Trevenant as well. This is going to be pretty close, actually. This is going to be pretty close. The reason why it's going to be pretty close is because now... I mean, I could put everything into Earthquake range, and that's probably a game plan I could go for. Like, I do have Iapapa Berry on my Trevenant, but I don't know if it will proc after another Fire Fang or Poison Jab. But I think my best play here is to Trick Room and return the Fini, because if my opponent does get the knockout on Trevenant with a double, he has to double target it. So what I could do is put Fini in the Earthquake range from my Banded Garchomp and just sweep with that. So I think that's the best play possible. Oh, he has swag. What's going on? What's going on? What happened that turn? I was not considering Swagger Fire Fang. I don't know if that would have been able to knock me out at that range, to be honest. How much health did I have left? That's a really slow Garchomp, though. That's like a really slow Garchomp. I mean, that Fire Fang would have been neutral. And I'm pretty sure the first Fire Fang didn't do much. I think it might have been a roll. But that's fortunate for us. We have Trick Room, and now Bewear can get these knockouts. I'm going to Ice Punch the Garchomp and get this Horn Leech off. So we're going to see Tapu Fini protect. Will the Garchomp protect as well? Nope. So Horn Leech is going to go into Tapu Fini, and we will get this Ice Punch off into the Garchomp. So Bewear able to at least pick up a knockout in today's episode. Gets a critical hit. Rough Skin's going to activate. So Garchomp's going to go down. Leftovers. Horn Leech should still be able to pick up the knockout. And then I'll just go for the Superpower into the Coco. Well, I want to see if actually Return would have been able to pick up the knockout on Coco. Oh yeah, it was actually lower than I thought. I thought it was at like 25% HP. Okay. So nice. Let's get that Hornleech. Don't forfeit. I want the Bewear to actually get the knockout. I kind of want to go for Superpower, to be honest, because I want to see animation, but still. I'll just go for return, because Bewear loves me. Bewear wants to give hugs to everyone. We're going to see the Protect come out from this Coco. And we are going to get the Hornleech off. Unfortunately, the Iapapa Berry Trevenant wasn't like paying off because we weren't able to get it. So nice. We are able to heal back, so we should be able to live with crit Dazzling Gleam, even if that happens. Like if my opponent's able to get so many protects off. And I really hope my opponent doesn't forfeit, so I'm going to Will-O-Wisp and return. Please don't forfeit. I want this. I want this. I want this KO. Give Bewear the final KO. Come on. Please. Please. Please go for double protect and hope you have a chance of winning, even though you don't. Please. Come on. For me. So my opponent's thinking here. Nice. We get the Will-O-Wisp off, and return should be able to finish off this Tapu Koko. Yes. Yep. And Tapu Koko will go down, and we were at least able to get two KOs in today's episode. Unfortunately, could have been 2-0 in today's episode. Actually, what's funny, it's about 6:59, so the battle spot is about to actually end. Like, maintenance is actually about to go on. So, that'll be it for today's episode. It's actually around 30 minutes anyway, so I think that's completely fine. Hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode. If you want to try out the team, it's down below. I think it's a decent team, to be honest. I think it can have potential. The ability to hit Porygon 2 is so important in this format. And Bewear with its pretty decent bulk in all stats. And the fact that it has great coverage with Hammer Arm and Ice Punch. And the Superpower is just so great. Like, an accurate Superpower is so great. But also the fact that Trick Room is pretty good with Rain because it's able to create so many options. This team just has so many forms of speed control. Definitely give it a try if you want to try it out. It's great at getting momentum. It got Tailwind and Trick Room, which is very nice. And a lot of offensive and defensive options as well. Yeah, I think that's about it. But anyway, if you missed a previous episode of VGC Back-to-Back Battles, there's always a playlist down below. Feel free to check it out. Follow my social medias, my Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon. Twitch is very important because I'll be streaming tomorrow most likely. Because I finally have my stream stuff set up. And I should be streaming tomorrow. I am off from school this week. So I will be trying to stream quite a bit this week. And hopefully that'll continue rolling. Let's see how much I like streaming once again. And you get to see a more chill James. Unlike the more serious James on this channel. But anyway, hope that everyone enjoyed today's video. If you leave a like, that means a lot to me. As well as if you have a question, feel free to comment in the comment section down below. Otherwise, see you around in another episode.